Hello everyone, I am Pavitra Devi, working as Assistant Professor in Department of Computer Science, Artificial Intelligence and Data Science in Dr. S.N.S. Rajashmi College of Arts and Science. Now I am going to take the class about semantics in first order logic in artificial intelligence. First, what is semantics? Semantics is network or alternative predicate logic for knowledge representation. In semantic network, we can represent our knowledge in the form of graphical networks. The network consists of nodes and representing the object and arcs which describe the relationship between those objects. Semantic network can categorize the object in different forms, can also link those objects. Semantic networks are easy to understand and can be easily extended. Next one, semantic in first order logic deal with the incorporation of sentence and formulate within the framework of mathematical model. It provides a way of assigning meaning to symbol and structure used in first order logic. Next one, key elements of semantics in first order logic. There are several key elements are in there. First order logic, first one is variable. They represent the placeholder for the object or element within the domain. Next one, constant. Constant is nothing but represent the specific element within the domain. Next one, predicate. Predicate is nothing but these are the expression that can be true or false depending on the object. They were applied to what type of first order logic. This representation consists of mainly two relation. Is a relation that is inheritance, and next one is kind of relation. For example, for following or some for example, the following are the statements which we need to represent in the form of nodes and arcs. There are several statements. First one is Cherry is a cat. It's one of the statement. Next one, Seri is the mammal. It is another statement. Seri is owned by the Priya. It is for another statement. Next one is Cherry is brown color. All mammals are animal. In the above diagram, we have represent the different type of knowledge in the form of nodes or and each object connected to with the other object by some other relation. Function, these map elements are domain, other elements in the domain. Qualifier, such of the for all and exist used for the express in the universal essential qualification respectively. Next one, interpretation in first order logic. The semantic of first order logic involved defining what makes a formula true or false in a given interpretation. It is also called as model. Interpretation consists of a domain disclosure, the set of object over within the variable range. Interpretation of constant. Each constant is mapped by an element in the domain. Next one, interpretation of predicates. These map are determined whether the predicate holds true for the particular tuples of object from the domain or false statement. Next one, interpretation of function. This mapping function assign a value to function based on the values for their arguments. The true of sentence or formula in first order logic determined by evaluating in within the specific interpretation. This is done regressively where the truth of atomic formulas predicate applied in terms of used based on their interpretation of predicates and the value of terms. First one is universal qualification. Assert for the statement hold true for all the object in the domain. Extensional qualification is assert that are the exist at least one object for the statement is true. Overall, the semantic first order logic provide a formal framework for the understanding how to assign meaning of expression, how to determine their truth values with a given interpretation. Next one, drawbacks of the semantic representation. Semantic network are more computational time at the runtime as we need to traverse the complete network tree to answer some question. It might be possible in the worst case scenario that after traversing the entire tree, we can find the solution does not exist in this network. Semantic network try to model human-like memory which has 1115 nerves and links to store the information, but in practice it is not possible to build such a vast memory network. This type of representation is inadequate as do not have any equivalent qualifier. For example, for all, for some of none, etc. Semantic network do not have any standard definition for all the linked names. These networks are intelligent depending on the creator of the system. Next one, advantages of semantic network. There are three advantages mainly. One for semantic network or natural representation of knowledge. Semantic network convey meaning to transparent manner. This network simple and easy to understandable. Thank you.